Hey, welcome to video number 187 of Walker This Way with Hazel Walker, the queen of all things
BNI and networking.
I am Mark Simmons. How are you doing today, Hazel?
It's a Monday, and I did enjoy summer here in Vancouver. I'm sorry it ended so quickly.
We had summer. You experienced the 3 days of it. So we're happy we're here for summer.
Because I'm back in sweatshirts and sweaters.
Yeah. So Hazel, part of our conversation this morning, I was telling you a story about years ago when I was visiting a client in Regina, having never been to Regina at the time, and ended up having a kidney stone attack at 1:30 in the morning, going to the hospital, pleading with the hospital, make sure I get to see my client at 8 o'clock, because that's when I said I would meet them. I didn't want to let them down. And I actually made it. And I was telling my client about my horrible night and all the things that happened and taking a taxi and finding a hospital. And the client said to me, Mark, why didn't you phone us? Oh, what do you mean? Well, like, you should have phoned us last night. We would have come pick you up, taking you to the hospital and taking care of you. You don't know anybody here. I'm like, well, I didn't want to bother you. Well, it's not a bother. And we started talking about this simple little thing of, ask for help when you need it. Right?
I'm not good at that.
Nor am I, really. Good at helping, not necessarily great at asking for help.
Just not good at asking for help.
Yeah. And then so let's look at BNI members. One of the things that we say is they're full of the helper genes.
Yeah.
Right. But how many of us sit in the same boat where we're actually not so good at asking for the help when we need it?
I know. And especially our new members, right? Because they're new. They don't ask for help, right? They don't ask anyone for help. And part of that comes from where the thing like you and I have, I don't want to bother anybody. Like I drove myself to a hospital and stayed there all day and got treatment and came home that night. And my whole family was like, where you been? Hospital. Why? Told them. They're like, why did you call any of us? I go, y'all were busy. Yeah. Y'all were all busy. Right. So we don't want to bother people. But I think in an organization like BNI, people don't ask for help because you know how we always say there are no dumb questions?
Right.
Well, a lot of people don't feel that's true. They'll come into the organization, and it's a networking organization, and think that they should be able to figure that out pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. And really, there's a lot more to it. And Ivan used to say to me all the time, no one's born with a networking gene, right? There's no one person that's born with a networking gene. And the difference between BNI and networking anyway is BNI is all about working the network that you have. Yes, you're expanding it by the people coming in and out of BNI, but you're bringing your network to the table and you're learning to work that network. And that's not something that innately and you have to be willing to ask for help. Like, you don't know how to use the app? There's plenty of people who can help you, but they get afraid that they might be asking a dumb question, and they're trying to build credibility with the people in the room.
Yeah.
Right. And so they worry, well, I would like, well, is this a stupid question? Why can't I figure this out? It's like asking you for the link this morning is for the other thing. It's like, why can't I find that link on my own? Where is it? Okay. Right. So, it took me a while before I finally asked you because I searched everywhere else first. So it is a matter of, I don't want to be seen as asking a dumb question.
Yeah. So we've talked about on many of the Walk This Way videos, the thing about BNI, the great thing about BNI is you get to ask for what you need and you get it. Mm-hmm. Right? We do that around referrals and, ask for what you need and you get it. And it's the same with help. If you ask for help, you'll get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You will get it. On the other side, there's I'm just thinking right now, you also have to feel safe in asking for help and asking for things. So that comes down to in a chapter culture. Are you creating a safe place for people to ask these questions? And we're also kind of single, double, triple A personality business owners anyways, who we're going to figure it out. We don't need help.
Yeah, we entrepreneurs naturally tend to be lone wolves.
Yeah.
Right? They're blazing the trail. They're the lone wolf. They're figuring it out on their own. They're figuring out their business and everything. So yeah, that does translate also into a BNI chapter. But you have to remember the other thing about BNI is, because we teach you how to build such strong relationships, you can ask for help for more than just your business. Right? You can ask for help if you need someone to pick up your mail or cover for you. That's what the substitute program is, right? I'm asking for help. Would you help me by attending my meeting for me this week? Right? You can ask for help on all kinds of things, but you got to be willing to ask. And it also comes down to a little bit of, you have to be willing to be vulnerable. Mm-hmm. And we are not good at showing vulnerability.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Yeah, we're not good at being vulnerable. And it doesn't seem like a workplace is a place of, a business place is a place where you want to show vulnerability, because people might think I'm weak, or that I'm not smart, or, there's all this voice in our head that we make up.
Right. Yeah.
And there's just no way to make that go away. You have to just step into it and go, I'm going to be vulnerable and I'm going to ask for help.
Yeah. So maybe that's the challenge we throw out to everyone, whether you're a BNI member or not a BNI member. It's okay. We always need help. And our challenge to you is ask for help. Figure out what it is.
We've given, the chapters have member consultants and chapter consultants and mentor coordinators and there's so many people there who will help. It's part of the giver's gain.
Yeah. I know that's for some of our chapter consultants, we offer the support, we offer the help. There are some chapters that go like, nah, we don't want it, which is fine. You don't have to receive it.
Nope.
That's okay. But it's there for the taking, should your chapter, or as an individual member, should you require it. We have a lot of support all around. Doesn't matter what chapter you're in around the world, there is support in place for you.
There's always someone, even if you want to get to know someone over in a different group, and you can ask them questions.
Yeah.
But you need to ask people who might have the answers. It's the same with complaining. It doesn't do any good to complain to your neighbor if your neighbor can't fix the problem.
Yeah.
If it's a complaint, then it has to go somewhere else to be fixed, right? So you need to just ask people, can you help me, or can you recommend someone that can help me?
Yeah. And there's one thing I know, that if people need help in business or professional or personal, whatever it is, one thing we're not always great at is this whole thing about mind reading. We're not very good at being able to read your mind.
No, we're really not. And we get asked that a lot. Like we get emails with they're asking questions. We don't even know what chapter they're in or anything. They think we'll just figure it out because we will remember them over the other 2,000 members that we're working with. So yeah, you gotta ask, and you gotta be specific.
Right. So I think we can leave it here. The mantra for today is, if you need help, ask for it, because you're going to get it. Absolutely going to get it. And don't be afraid to ask. And chapters, make sure that you have a place that's open and safe to ask for the help.
And we want you to be successful, so we'll help you as much as we can help you.
Yeah, personally and professionally.
Absolutely.
All right, Hazel Walker, until next time.
Talk to you later. Bye.